The WSFC, the World Simulation Football Classic, rolls on with match day 2, and this time it's Group C and D that start us off. Hello, everyone. I'm Metafiction, and in a reversal from last time, the latter two groups will be shown first today. That's right, we'll be seeing Eastern Europe and the Alpen Federation, along with Central Europe and Norden in Group C, as well as Pyrenees versus the USA and Asia versus Central America in Group D. We'll start out in Group C, where, as I alluded to, Eastern Europe, sporting that back three formation, will be taking on the Alps. Certainly a fascinating matchup ahead of us as basically, there's really no telling how this is going to go. But there you see the Alpine Federation, with a win from match day 1, has a chance to potentially book their ticket if all other results go their way to the knockout stages. Meanwhile, Eastern Europe, on a point from match day 1, will be looking to cement their status as potential qualifiers. We are underway here, as it is the Alpine Federation that have gotten us started off going left to right. It's a free kick early on for the Alps, and what a strike that was from Habjanic, forcing the save there out of Dexter Hall. It is a corner kick to be taken by Tamana Whittington, In comes the corner, and it's headed behind, and we'll do another corner kick, this time from the opposite side of the pitch. It is Poggio to take this time. Habjanic there lurking at the edge of the area. Will they go to them? No, instead it's floated in, and Hall able to pluck it out of the air. Toes claiming that ball. Ultimately sent long. Headed down for Kamanova. Eastern Europe threatening here. Pinkman off the post. And it falls to Whittington, who gets it out of danger. A really close chance there for Eastern Europe, but just off target. Tentori nearly intercepting that pass. This time, Snooks does intercept it. Losing out to Kamanova, though. Now Eastern Europe coming forward again. Coin flip. Pressured by Del Pirlo. Ultimately trying to send it long. Cut out in 44. Sends it to Habjanic. Habjanic trying to get a shot on target, but blocked at the source. Here's Habjanic again. Up to 0-44. A strong challenge in by I'm Just Ken. Wins the ball for Eastern Europe. Felix Arasov, up the field for Ken. Trying to get around Morgenstern, but can't. But does win the corner, courtesy of a Scarpetta deflection. Felix Arasov will send this corner in. Whipped in and ultimately headed clear, only as far as Suzuki. And that is an offside in favor of the Alps. Arasov going a bit too early. Snooks. Tentori. Delo brought down in the box, and the referee gives a penalty. VAR looking at it, but this could be a turning point in this match. And the penalty has been given. Will be Vito Habjanic to take it from the spot. Staring down Dexter Hall. And it's in the back of the net. Vito Habjanic breaks the deadlock, drawing first blood for the Alpine Federation. Well-struck penalty right down the middle. Fools Hall into diving to his left. And so it is Eastern Europe 0, Alps 1. Been a bit of a cagey game so far. Is that the moment to really kick this into another gear? Del Pirlo getting past Cronus there on the far wing, trying to find Whittington in the middle, but Shalazi getting rid. Now Kamanova. Diving challenge from Santori wins the ball back for the Alps. Santori losing out there. Coin flips, sending it back to defense, but 44 nicks it off a flip. Squared it for Del Pirlo. The veteran instinct from Owen 44 wins another goal for the Alps. 44 charging down, coin flip, sending it into the middle, where Alessandro Del Pirlo makes no mistake. Just after 30 minutes, and it is Eastern Europe 0, Alps 2. Apologies. The Alpine Federation really starting to come into their own in this match now. Eastern Europe does have a corner, but it is rebuffed. Suzuki there to clean up. Cronus. Suzuki fires just wide of the post. That had some real velocity on it, though. Looked like it might have had Twinkletoes beaten had it been on target. Another corner kick for Eastern Europe, courtesy of Arasov. Once again, sent clear. It's back to Arasov. Now Suzuki unleashes again, and once again going just wide, this time to the near side. Suzuki getting some good velocity on these shots, but unable to get them on target. Mona Whittington at the other end with a corner kick. Delivered in, headed into the back of the net by Alessandro Del Pirlo. Who else? And just before halftime, the Alpine Federation extending their lead further off of a great corner kick. And so with 45 minutes gone, Eastern Europe trail 3-0 against the Alpine Federation, who have really dialed it in later in this first half. It's certainly been an exciting match and one-way traffic as the Alpine Federation looking to move to 6 points and into effectively a guaranteed qualification spot, assuming my math is correct. That said, I am a communications major, so I wouldn't trust it. Lever and O'Sullivan make their way onto the pitch in favor of Morgenstern and 44, whose press won that second goal for the Alps. How will that tactical shift alter this match? Now it is a deep throw for the Alps here. Poggio loses out there to Mei Suzuki. Now Arasov coming forward. Eastern Europe on the break here. These are Arasov past the fence. What a run by Felix Arasov. Taking it from inside their own half. A gut-busting run past the entire Alpine defense. And what a strike to get it past Bartholomew Twinkletoes. That's one back for Eastern Europe. They're going to need 2 more to draw. And Poggio with the corner kick for the Alps. Habjanic. Santori forced out wide. Back inside. And the referee's given another penalty. Del Pirlo is down here. Has taken a bit of a knock from that challenge. VAR reviewing the penalty and has confirmed it. Habjanic will step up again and drills it home again. Habjanic restoring the 3-goal lead with another well-taken penalty. Paul once again guessing the wrong direction as Habjanic tucks it into the side netting. Braces from Habjanic and Del Pirlo, the latter of whom has now picked up a knock. Will that slow the Alps down any? And with time running out, Eastern Europe might not have the opportunity to find out. Sent long by Twinkletoes. Headed down by Eastern Europe, now Shalezi finding Kamanova. Kamanova to the end line and forces a save out of Twinkletoes. Mirosov. And I'm just Ken had to go with that shot, but easy job for Twinkletoes. Eastern Europe coming forward again, might not be able to really catch up this lead, but might be able to make a dent in it. Kamanova to Suzuki, lets it run, shoots, and just wide. And another shot from Suzuki, wide of the mark. Pinkman, off to Suzuki. Knezovic sends it back. Lovrich up to coin flip. Kamanova with the cross, floated in, and the header from Arasov. Not enough velocity on it, as Twinkletoes able to hold on. This has been a famous victory for the Alps. Unlikely to be caught up now, but Eastern Europe are threatening. Cronus' shot blocked, and it's out to Kamanova. He's on the opposite side of the pitch to where they usually play. That cross headed out of play. Ljubika Kamanova with that throw in for Eastern Europe. Suzuki shoots, and again shoots wide. So many good chances for Mei Suzuki and Eastern Europe, unable to take any of them. That cross held by Twinkletoes as time almost expiring. Only a few seconds left as Alpine Federation will claim a brilliant victory and a berth in the knockout round. And there is the final whistle. Unless I'm mistaken, that should be enough to see Alpine Federation through. Eastern Europe, meanwhile, still with work to do. It is 4-1 the final score. Braces from Vito Habjanic and Alessandro Del Pirlo, the latter of whom is your player of the match, managing 2 goals despite carrying a fairly worrying-looking injury. The only consolation for Eastern Europe, that goal just after halftime by Felix Arasov on that spectacular run. Certainly could have benefited from a little better finishing, could Eastern Europe, but on the day, the Alpine Federation just better on all facets. A deserved victory for the Alps. And meanwhile, we move on to the other half of Group C, where Central Europe will take on Norden. This is, of course, going to be very telling with the Alpine Federation in pole position in the group. This could end up deciding effectively who advances, or at the very least, have a very large say in it. With Eastern Europe slipping up, both of these teams know that they have a chance to really stake their claim to a qualification spot. It's an unorthodox formation there for Central Europe. 4 defenders with Gorgon slightly advanced on that right side. A little more orthodox 4-3-3, a little more withdrawn for Norden there. Central Europe will need at least a draw if I'm not mistaken, in order to remain in contention here. A win for Norden, meanwhile, would all but knock Central Europe out, unless I'm mistaken. Again, please do not take my math as gospel. I work with words, not numbers. In any event, the match has begun already as Central Europe have kicked us off, going right to left. Skovgaard, though, intercepting. That's Dina Skovgaard, to be clear. Brooks Patron sending that free kick well into the upper reaches of the stadium, courtesy of the Central European wall. Brooks Patron trying again from the corner, and this time headed just over the bar by Freya Ekholm Gunnarsson. You look at that Central European Federation, and they do look a little suspect on that right, but in the meantime, it's Muller who's won a goal for them. Well, as soon as I criticize the formation, Muller's only gone and scored the opener. That'll teach me to open my mouth, I suppose. Let's look at it again. It's very good pressing here by Jurgen Muller, seizing on the pass from Peregrine Plink to Freya Ekholm Gunnarsson, making the run and catching Gunnleifsson out in goal. Quick thinking from the veteran in midfield, and it is Central Europe 1, Norden 0. Muller now sending in that free kick. Here's Gorgon. Forward to Zizou Lopta. Squares it at the end line. Gerd Klose. Well, Central Europe have come to play today. It's a great move. And it's up that right flank that I thought would be suspect, but instead it's turned out to be a bit of an area of strength on that move, as Lopta finding Klose in the center for a great goal. Brooks Patron sending this corner in. Ekholm Gunnarsson and Varnson taking the shot. It will be a corner for Norden. Brooks Patron floats the corner in, and Neuer able to hold on. Gorgon. Lopta laying on off for Klose, but only able to win a corner here. Central Europe still with a 2-goal advantage, looking to make it 3 off this set piece. Lopta's delivery headed out. Gorgon gets to it, but the move ultimately stopped. And now Brooks Patron wins another corner off of the free kick, once again sending the free kick into the wall. Brooks Patron stands over it. The outswinging corner, headed behind for another corner. This one an in-swinger that's headed just over. Gorgon able to stop that move. Pass looked like it was intended for Kimi Häkkinen. Gorgon finding Lopta up the right wing. Cross from the end line, and Gunnleifsson gets under it. Skavgard has a go, but it's shot right at Neuer. Does win the corner, though. Rux Patron. And that one's headed clear by Spoon. And that is the situation at the half. Central Europe coming out at basically all guns blazing and have a 2-0 lead at the break over Norden. Only 2 shots on target for Central Europe, but they both found the back of the net. Norden having more shots than Central Europe, but unable to find anything to show for it just yet. Both sides looking to make any tactical changes they can in the break in order to try and, in Central Europe's case, maintain this lead. For Norden, trying to reverse the deficit. So the second half begins. Skavgard, Ahmed, and Faulkner on the pitch now for Norden. And Muller takes the shot, and Gunnleifsson able to stop it. Ragone sending that ball back to Bierman. Now Obranka. Schmidt to the end line, squares it. Klose wins the corner. Lopta sending the corner in, and it's headed clear. Back to Lopta, and that one loops just over the bar. Skavgard sending the ball long. Lopta getting onto the end of it. And that one's knocked in by Clara Schmidt. And it's another goal for Central Europe. A phenomenal result in a match they needed at least a point from to stay afloat. And they've done so with style here. 30 minutes to play, still time for Norden to cut into this lead. But the way things are going, Central Europe have this one well in hand. 20 minutes left now. And Central Europe looks set to claim all 3 points. Ball sent in and ultimately claimed by Neuer. Well, if this result holds, well, more of that at a moment as Gunnleifsson able to claim that one off the foot of Klose, who was lurking and looking for another entry on the score sheet. But Varnson, Hakkinen wins the corner off of Schenkiger. Brooks Patron. Thinking you're able to head it behind, but it's another corner kick. A spell of pressure here from Norden late on. And this one headed clear. Well, if this result holds, then if there was any doubt about the Alps qualifying, this would certainly seal it for them. Central Europe, having lost to the Alpine Federation on match day 1, gaining 3 points, ensures that they will be the only team that could potentially pass the Alps in points, meaning that the Alpine Federation, barring an unlikely comeback in the last minute plus added time by Norden, would become the first team to officially confirm their spot in the round of 16. Of course, that's the farthest thing from these teams' minds right now is Häkkinen making a deep run into Central European territory. That cross ultimately dealt with. Muller loses out. Ekholm Gunnarsson forward to Häkkinen. Faulkner back to Ahmed. Faulkner again in the box, shoots! And Ace Faulkner has one back for Norden. Well, it's too little too late at this stage for Norden to get a result out of this one, but it's a well-worked move regardless. Faulkner playing the 1-2 with Ahmed in midfield, and it's a great finish to make it Central Europe 3, Norden 1. Goal difference, of course, could be a huge factor in match day 3, especially with the group balanced as it will be following this match. Long ball over the top for Vardsson. Vardsson fires but might have been offside. Isn't offside. He is on. Well, hold on a minute. Do they have time for one more? Pie in the sky, surely, but after that move, they might have just enough left in the tank for an equalizer. It'll be Central Europe to kick us off, looking to try and confirm this 3 points, trying to keep the ball in the opposition half as much as possible. Muller crosses in, headed down, and the long shot from Gorgon goes over the bar. Still trying to look for a consolation goal rather than waste time. A commendable result, but this might come back to bite them. Here's Ahmed, through ball, and Häkkinen just misses making it a 3-3 match, courtesy of Manuel Neuer, tipping it over the bar. 4th minute of 3 added on. Brooks Patron stands over the corner, floated in, and headed just past the post. My goodness, that was so nearly a last gasp goal. But in the end, Central Europe hanging on just in order to maintain a 3-2 lead and gain 3 points. A draw would have kept them in the running, but a win certainly helps their chances even more. Goals from Muller, Klose, and Schmidt doing the damage for Central Europe. Norden coming back with a flurry in the last minute or two. Ace Faulkner and Kay Varnsson very nearly turning the tide at the last. But it's Zizou Lapta with 2 assists who was able to confirm Central Europe's victory and thus gain player of the match honors. And so Central Europe stay alive in dominant fashion as they move into 2nd place in the group going into the final match day. Central Europe able to hold on there, 3-2. And now we move to Group D, where the Pyrenees will start by facing the United States. United States, of course, with that last-second dramatic loss to Asia on match day 1, they now need a result of some sort against Pyrenees in order to remain in the running. Pyrenees themselves having a bit of a rough go against Central America, losing 6-1, if I'm not mistaken, meaning that this match could very well determine who the first team eliminated from this World Cup, or excuse me, this World Simulation Football Classic. Please don't sue us, FIFA. Will be. 3 at the back for Pyrenees. As we head to this potentially very crucial matchup. And for the United States, they're reverting to a 4-3-3 there. There is the situation, both CAC and Asia winning on match day 1, meaning this result will be absolutely crucial. Depending on the result in the other match, a draw might be enough for both teams to remain in it. In fact, it would be. Whereas a loss for one side or the other will be the end of the line. Cormier charging through the middle. Pedrillo heads down to Harrison. Pyrenees with the first real attack here. Gagne sending it over the bar. Gagne, of course, a transferee from the United States. Rubio winning the ball off of standstill. And Julian Rubio. And that's a crucial first goal for Pyrenees. Well, standstill playing and holding midfield. Wants that one back, I'm sure. Pass forward from Chambers, a very loose touch from Still. And Rubio pounces on it. Pyrenees 1, United States 0. And as it stands, the U.S. would be the first team eliminated. Jalen Brooks standing over this corner. Laid off, and Aaron Ford has an immediate equalizer. Well, the USA fighting back immediately off of a set piece. Brooks sent it to Corrigan, sent it to Ford, and it was a brilliant finish there. And the USA have leveled it just after going behind. Once again, we are all square. Cotswold to Lightning. Kurt Lightning from a tight angle forces a save out of Williams. This is already shaping up to be a real classic. Both teams know what is at stake. Cormier through to Rubio. Rubio tripped up, but referee says play on, no foul. Pyrenees having the better of the chances so far. 20 minutes in. Knight winning that ball. Now here's Still. Corrigan. Progressive pass to Fantabens. Man finds Greer. Now Greer making the run up the near flank. Long cross in, trying to find a teammate. Does get to Brooks at the opposite side. And it's Ford again, who just misses what would have been a great shot. Cotswold with the throw-in for Pyrenees. Choco Bonito. And it's off the hands of Williams and in the net. Well, it's not the strongest finish from Choco Bonito, but they all count the same. Here it is again, Cotswold finding Bonito, taking the touch to move central. It was right at Williams, who tried the kick save, but just not able to keep it out. And so Pyrenees retake the lead, 2-1. Can the USA respond again? Cormier sprays it out wide to Ben Harrison, also a US transferee. Harrison inside, Gagne, and Lightning shoots just wide. Chambers nearly punished for that touch by Pedrillo, but able to get it to a teammate. Brooks beaten out by Harrison for that ball. Rere Strongine. Cotswold sends in the cross and headed just over by Jogo Bonito. Excuse me, that might have been Rubio. Pyrenees absolutely dominating the offensive output in this match. USA, apart from their one shot on goal, unable to really manufacture anything in the way of chances so far. Fantabens putting the challenge in, but Ford immediately giving the ball back. Ball to Bonito, and it's another score by Bonito. And are Pyrenees about to pull away here? Just before halftime. Bonito able to surge past Greer like he wasn't even there. And Williams again unable to stop the shot of Bonito. Taking a bit of a deflection into the net, but nevertheless, it is Pyrenees 3, United States 1, and that is how it stands at the half. Pyrenees looking by far the better team so far. USA on the verge of elimination, which I don't think many people had on their bingo cards for this tournament. Still time for the United States to turn it around, but this Pyrenees team is in fine form at the moment. 2 goals from Shogo Bonito so far. Looking for a hat trick. Bonito rapidly becoming one of the stars of this tournament. In 45 minutes stand between United States and being eliminated. Quackoval the Duck making their way onto the pitch in favor of Aaron Ford, the goal scorer. Kurt Lightning standing over the kick, headed up into the air, falls to Peixoto. Bonito squares to Cormier. Harrison loses out to Martel there, but wins it right back. Some good heads-up play by Harrison there. Lightning to Bonito. Bonito going down in the box, and the referee has given a penalty. There's a suspect challenge, and the referee calling it. VAR will confirm. And it is indeed a penalty. It'll be Bonito on the hat trick. What a save by Williams. Standing firm, right down the middle, holds onto it. Some real tenacity by William Williams at goal to save that penalty without even having to move. Harrison winning a corner kick here. Pyrenees still holding court in this match. Bonito sending it in, and it's a free kick for handball. Here's Knight. United States needing to pull something out if they want to get back into this match, but it's another loose touch from Still that Lightning pounces on. And here come Pyrenees again. Cormier surges past Fantabens. Cotswold crosses, and it's Andres Pedrillo. Pyrenees on fire right now. And the USA have been well and truly burned. It's another great move here by the passing attack of the Pyrenees. A long pass from Roquefort Cotswold finds Pedrillo in an advantageous position. Pyrenees 4, United States 1. Pyrenees really making their case to stick around in this tournament a little bit longer. Cotswold takes the shot, and it's deflected down to Chef Gagne and in the back of the net. And Pyrenees really making a statement. Really looking to put that result against Central America and Caribbean behind them. And what better way to do it than a dismantling of the United States here. US looking absolutely shell-shocked by this result. Corrigan winning the ball there, trying to get it up the pitch. Brooks passing inside for Knight. Vantabens back to Greer. Greer surging forward. Loses out, though, but wins it back from Cormier. Corrigan forward. Now Greer again. Vantabens makes a run. Vantabens, and it's in the back of the net, courtesy of Henry Vantabens. Well, they've got a long way back here. Surely not enough time to undo this deficit, but it's a spirited fight back for the moment, at least, for the United States. And it's a great finish for Vantabens at a very tight angle. Duck able to duck there to put back any potential follow-ups. Not needed ultimately. United States, though, still down 3 goals, and it's another threatening Pyrenees attack. Cotswold at the edge of the box, and Williams holds on. Pyrenees really are looking like scoring every time they come forward. Another deep throw for the Pyrenees. Bonito still on a hat trick. Lightning. And a long shot from Chef Gagne. And this is a famous result for the Pyrenees. 6-2 as it stands. Turning their outlook on this tournament on its head. Well, the United States, surely no coming back for them now. Not from this. Brooks into the middle. Martel trying to pass but blocked. Here comes Bonito. Greer winning the ball. Trying to get the ball up the pitch for his teammates, but ultimately the United States have offered basically nothing going forward. Their 2 goals, granted, but other than that, have been absolutely stymied by Pyrenees here. And that is that. Pyrenees with a huge win over the United States, securing their life in this tournament just a little bit longer, giving them a fighting chance going into match day 3. Braces from Shoga Bonito and Chef Gagne doing the bulk of the damage. Contributions also from Julian Rubio and Andres Pedrillo. The United States, some good strikes from Ford and Fantabens, but nowhere near what was required on the day. Roquefort Cotswold for the Pyrenees, your player of the match. A very, very spirited effort. Same cannot be said for the United States. There will be a lot to answer for after this tournament. Well, there you have it. Pyrenees with a famous 6-2 victory over the USA. And now we move on to the second match of Group D and the final match of this particular edition of our broadcast, Asia versus Central America. Asia claiming that stoppage time winner over the United States last time out will be going up against a team that beat the Pyrenees 6-1 on match day 1. Both of these sides with serious firepower. It'll be fun to watch them go at it here. It's anybody's guess as to who will come out on top. Both teams on 3 points after match day 1. This will determine who will be top of the group going into the final match day. It's a 4-2-3-1 for Asia. In contrast with Central America, Caribbean's 4-2-4 there. Wagner and Boyer out on the wings there. Here you see confirmation Pyrenees now level with the other two teams on 3 points, but with these two still to play, it's anybody's guess how this will end up. Here is Deali over the top, and Bailey Deali opens the scoring. And right out of the gate, Central America Caribbean wanting to assert their dominance in Group D. The ball fell for Deali. It was a long ball from the keeper. And it's gone in to give CAC the lead. Asia, though, winning the ball here. And it's Wang Jihao for SFV coming forward. Forced out wide, squares it. And that shot from Shinji Kaido wins a corner. At like 2% delivers that corner kick. It's ultimately headed back out. Now here is Cheng Shan. Bob off the free kick finds Young Min. And it's another corner kick for Asia. At like 2% delivers. It's headed up and away almost. And it falls here to Grand Boyer. Another deep throw for Asia. And Panda's shot does win a corner. It looked like it was well wide, but appears to have taken a deflection. Hashimoto stands over this from the far corner. And it's another corner kick. Hashimoto will take this one once more. This time it's headed out as far as Bob. And Hashimoto ruled offside. It will relieve the pressure on CAC for the moment. Asia dialing up the pressure after going behind. Have taken the initiative, but unable to have anything to show for it. Meanwhile, here are CAC in the attacking third once again. Munoz turns. Finds Boyer. Boyer crossing from a very tight angle. And Saransetz-Ral disrupts it. Saransetz-Ral, one of the best, if not potentially the best goalie in the SSL at the moment, with excellent reflexes to block that move. Wang Jihao from distance, and it's a good save from Aguilera, but it is another corner for Asia. We've had some good pressure from set pieces so far. Will this one bear fruit? Kaido's header suggests no, it will not. And so at the half, it is CAC with a 1-0 lead, but Asia knocking on the door, have had some really good chances. Will be pushing for an equalizer on the other side of the break here. Only 2 shots for CAC, but they've both been on target. Asia also with 2 shots on target, but 7 total. Despite that, more than double the XG of their opponents so far have Asia. Remember, this match is to go top of Group D going into match day 3. A crucial position could make all the difference in qualifying versus not qualifying. Meanwhile, Asia on match day 3 still have to play Pyrenees, who looked very impressive in their victory over the US earlier. Kaido, the cross claimed by Aguilera. CAC, meanwhile, will have to play the United States. The jury's out on how tough a challenge that will be for them. Wang Zhihao as Asia win possession. Here's Emerson. Emerson goes down in the box, and the referee blows for a penalty. He's going over to the monitor to review this. This could be a huge moment early on in this second half. No penalty given. Asia will not get the chance to equalize from the spot. They do continue the pressure, however. Here is a corner kick, courtesy of Goku at like 2%. It's ultimately sent away to Billy Bob. Kaido's shot blocked there. And Hashimoto with a very cynical foul there on Bailey Deali, and will see yellow for it. Deali was in the middle of what looked like an interesting attacking move. The foul bringing that momentum to a halt, but here is CAC now. It's Deali squaring it. And King Zarek, Wagner might have gone down there. The referee given a penalty at the other end, and this one will be given. Well, this could double the deficit here if Bailey Deali's shot is true. But it's saved. A great save from Munakoi Saran Satsral. Well, I said a little bit ago that he might be the best keeper in the SSL. That's more proof in that favor as that ball sails over the upright. Emerson. That ball now going the other way for the moment. Saran Satsral has just kept Asia in this match more or less by himself. It looked like Sarek committed the foul that led to the penalty. Ultimately, though, bailed out by an excellent save, and now Asia coming forward again as Bob sending it back to at like 2%. And the long shot there from Rigby Emerson. Aguilera able to get down to stop it. Now over the top again for Bailey Deali. And Bailey Deali firing just wide. That could have potentially put this match to bed. But instead, it's a goal kick. CAC have gotten some really good chances, but unable to make good their lead. Asia still in with a real chance of equalizing this match. CAC winning possession and now coming forward again. It's another direct pass, this time to Jake Bradford. Bradford squares it, and the shot from Bailey wins a corner. Now it's CAC's time to pressure from set pieces. Milton Nunez sends it in. A diving header from Chang Shan sends it back out. Bailey from range sends it well over the bar. Long goal kick finds its way back to Kaido. Forced out wide. A diving challenge from Maldonado, but Kaido keeps it. Ball floated in, rebuffed, but Bob's still with it for Asia. Pass finds Panda. Kim Hyung Min, and that wasn't far over the bar. Ten minutes to play. CAC holding on to a 1-goal lead. Asia's still fighting for an equalizer, but every second that ticks by makes it less and less likely. Maldonado. Boye out wide on the far wing. Headed down by Bailey Deali, but took too much velocity off of it, and Saran Satsral smothers. 1 minute of added time, mostly gone now. Asia with perhaps one last chance to force the issue here. Kaido cutting inside. Kim Hyung Min. Bradford with a strong challenge, but Panda still has it. It's inside to Wang Jihao. Wang Jihao! Well, it's another moment of drama for Asia as they level it with Central America Caribbean. What a strike from Wang Jihao. Kaido squaring it for Jihao, and it's a beautiful finish in the top corner. My goodness, that might be the goal of the tournament. Well, they've left it late once again, but Asia will come out of this match with a share of the spoils. A dramatic 1-1 draw. Wang Jihao with the stoppage time equalizer will be your player of the match. And again, it can't be overstated just how amazing that goal looked. Bailey Deali did open the scoring and did have a chance to put this one away with that missed penalty late on. Will be wondering to themselves, what if they had been able to put that past Munakoi Saran Satsral? Still, though, a brilliant performance for Asia. They were the better team for a lot of it, and they got the result. Central America Caribbean with a spirited fight as well. And another classic match in the books here at the WSFC. That'll do it for this part of Match Day 2. Before we go, let's run down once again to the results from this episode. The Alpine Federation booking their ticket in the round of 16 with a 4-1 win over Eastern Europe, and Central Europe holding on to survive a late charge from Norden to win 3-2. Pyrenees demolishing the United States 6-2 to knock the United States out of the tournament, and Asia equalizing with a last gasp in order to save the points against CAC, 1-1, the final score there. Well, once again, we are halfway through the WSFC Match Day 2. We have one team that's qualified and one that's eliminated. The Alpine Federation advancing the United States on the plane home. 4 more matches for you coming up later today. We'll see you then. Until next time, this has been Metafiction. Take care.